G'day, movers and shakers. You know how I love messing with materials, mechanisms, creating new things or doing things a little bit unconventionally. I found a assault gun, not an assault rifle, like assault, put on your chips, assault gun for shooting flies off the wall in a box. But it was obviously returned because it was in a bin, but it was not working. But what I did is I opened it up, and of course, like everything I find, how hard rubbish it works. So what I thought is I want to get this cool assault gun and make sight for it. So I thought I'll make a holographic dot sight, like on Call of Duty or whatever you'd have, with this big circle over the target. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a holographic sight. So I know how to do that. After years of me fucking around with shit, I'll work out how shit works. I'm also going to do a fibre optic, use really nice fibre optics. I'm going to use fibre optics for dots for my iron sights. So I'll have the iron sights fibre optic, red or green, blue, whatever I choose. Same with the reticle. And I'm going to have a holographic sight above the gun. And I'm going to, for that, use things like Lexan, like that's just a brand of acrylic, but mainly acrylics. So I've just bent this up quickly, as in that's how it would sort of look. And then essentially what happens is you have a light source shining, or laser, or in my case laser, shining into, it's like a fighter jet, onto a display, and that is in free space, what it looks like free space. That's a hologram, so essentially you'd be looking straight through Lexan, because that can polish up clean when you heat it up. So if there was a viewing window in it, that makes it look straight. Does that make sense? It makes it look like you're looking straight through something like that. But inside that, which turns invisible once you do it, which is weird, is another piece of acrylic with different properties in. It's a different type of acrylic, and then that goes inside it. I'll work this shit out myself, and I'm dyslexic, and that's incredible. That'll be inside it like that, like a pyramid, I suppose you'd say. Like this. I'll try and do it quickly, like that. Right, so that'll be cut down like that. So inside is that, but you don't really see that or that because of the Lexan for some reason. Once that's straight like that, makes it invisible. It's just a strange property of light, I suppose. But the light is actually coming up and bouncing off this here, or is it that one? I don't know. Bounce off one of these ones. I think it's the front one. Yeah, it's like that. It's the front one. And what it does is it makes it look like the laser, oh sorry, the brown circle, your hologram, is in free space in the middle of there. It's a parallax, or when you move the gun, or the sight, the red dot will actually, or the circle will be in free space. It'll look like, well, it's holographic. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have laser to shoot at the fly, so you can laser the fly. You know, you'll have a beautiful holographic target, and also you've got your iron sights that are using the fibre optics. So that's going to be cool salt gun. But the plastic, it's like yellow, like this. There you go. It's like a ruler, measuring tape. It's like yellow plastic, and I want to paint it black or have a gunmetal grey with black highlights. And I've done things before a lot, so I love experimenting, but I do know bonding things is hard. We're talking about acrylics, plastics, things. I was using the paint marker, and I've even tried Posca, and it all seems to just rub off. So instead of using like an ESP or something where you rag it on and paint will apply and stick to this thing, I thought, being me, how do I do everything for free? And I thought, well, I need to make my own primer, or not a primer, more like a powder coat. Now, I haven't got electrolysis, I haven't got machines, I haven't got fucking acids, you know, I haven't got industrial shit. So I thought, how do I make my own powder coat? I thought, well, I don't need to make a powder coat. I need to make something that's like a primer coat that'll stick. So I thought, what if I get spray glue, spray the plastic, yellow plastic, and just before, as it's tacky, get some talcum powder, which is the talc, so baby powder, because talc's are in paint, and I'll talc it up and let that dry. Then I'll have an absorbent layer, a flat layer, a talky layer, I suppose, to take the paint pen. And then I'll apply the black pen, and it worked. It bonded wicked. And I thought, well, cool, bonus. I just made my own powder coat, right? Making a fucking mess till I am, right? And then as I thought, maybe I'll seal it. Well, I thought, I had another idea. I thought, well, that's that. But then you got this nice flat layer, this beautiful layer to work with. What if I was, instead of to seal it, or go to seal it with the same spray glue, and then do another talc layer, so like double coating, I suppose you'd say, but in this case, because it's got the talc already, do it again, and then talc it up, and then brush it in. Or let's say just a brush, right? Or massage it in. So the two layers now will be like paint pigment. It'll stick, but it'll also stick to the last one, and it'll molecularly bond. And it fucking worked. So not only did I make a fucking mess, but I found a way to powder coat something, right? And it comes up, and there's hidden bonuses when you do the sort of shit that I do. So not only is it not now orange or yellow or whatever, when I tap it off, it makes not only a wicked flat matte layer that takes beautiful paint and will not come off, but when I brush the second layer, and as you can see here, right, it comes up beautiful gunmetal grey, just by chance. That's the colour I'm going for too, right? So when I start cleaning it off, it comes up absolutely amazing gunmetal grey. How about that? So now I've found a new method, as in, how to get paint to stick, or how to make your own paint layer, I suppose you'd say. It looks industrial too, right? Is that when you do it, it will not come off, but that's a guard, isn't it? I put that in there. Paint in there as well. So for example, when I do the black highlights now, so that whole texture will be black. That'll be black, gun group texture. That'll look like 3 rubber strips, but that there will be black. The rail cover. I'll have rails. So I'll have what I did is also, so how good is that for a bonus like thing? You fuck with shit, and all of a sudden you get these bonus features that actually not only what works with you or what you want, but I don't know, it's like luck, I don't know. And I'll put some hot glue and some a socket in there as well for the real weight. So where it was this crappy yellow plastic and nothing to stick to it, now I've got this wicked gunmetal grey finish. It's just nuts, right? So a messy process. So what happens is once I've all brushed it off and done it all, I'll give it the last final sealant that I put on. Check it out. It's just weird how shit works. Goes proper gunmetal grey. No shit, look at that. Isn't that fucking incredible? It's just insane. So anyway, I'll put the holographic side on it. It'd be like something like that, but black, gunmetal grey as well. It'll match the gun, as in like part of the gun. That'll come off the rails. Probably won't be so high. So yeah, it's just gonna be nuts, But how fucking cool is the results? I just made a gunmetal grey powder coat type shit. Powder coat's so funny. I use baby powder. It's not a real powder coat. That's using static and all sorts of shit charge. But to come up with my own primer, paint, sealant, gunmetal, fucking colour by fluke. Well, not fluke. I mean, I don't know. I suppose it's fluke. I don't know. I'll just try new shit. I just tried weird shit, different ways of using materials and things, and I come up with these sort of things, you know. It's all holographic sight. It'll be awesome. You'll be able to tilt the gun and just still see the red circle or dot or whatever I might choose. I might even give it data, so I might even put a little Arduino in there. I could even put a little Arduino, I just thought. Just thinking this on the fly now. Inside here, I think I will. I've got room, haven't I? Yes, I do. Right, so I can put an Arduino in here. Just there, just a little one there. Oh, that's sealed, so it'll go. Yeah, it'll go in here, under here. I'll put an Arduino in there, up the front maybe. No, back there. So what I should do is I think I'll put an Arduino in there with some more sensors. So not only the laser, I have laser. That way I can change, like, I'll be able to. Depends on what I project the image is. I was going to use laser, right? To use the same one laser that will fire up the iron sight. I was going to use it to fire up the fibre optic iron sight light, as well as put the dot onto the circle, onto the hologram. But now I'm thinking, what I could do is I could get a little tiny miniature, little OLED screens, like a couple of cents on it. I won't spend money, but a couple of dollars maybe. You get these tiny little miniature OLED screens, right? I could put a little OLED screen inside the gun. I could put a little OLED screen. Don't even need it inside the gun. I could put a little OLED screen here. The whole unit's actually, yeah. I could put a little OLED screen back here, instead of the light, because that's where the light would come from, to project onto here. I could put a little OLED screen here instead, that'll project an image, like a TV, onto the screen in here. So it'll be a holographic image here. But I could make that anything then. I could have like TV, but I could send data. So I could actually get a laser measurer. I've got a laser, say, that it's a sensor. That could send out a laser, like a measurer. Right, that data goes in the Arduino, and that I could do it. Yeah, I could do this. Then I could have the numbers, the distance. I could have that come up as part of the display. I could, couldn't I? And then I could do heaps of shit. I could change the colour of or type of reticle, so I could have circle, press a button, or fucking even sensor. I could even have a sensor on the what can I do on a gun on the rail, so I could have a rail sensor here, a touch sensor, as in push weight. So if I squeeze it, I could maybe then I can change information on there. And that's all relatively easy. So I could just put an Arduino chip in there, or board in there. That's hooked to the little OLED screen. The OLED screen's hooked to, on the Arduino's hooked to pointer measurer, laser. Alright, so that information could be texted onto the screen. Yeah, that'd be cool. Then you could have circle, change it to dot, change it to target, change it to like, whatever you want. My brain went to strange places then, but yeah, so there you go. I make a mess, but look, the results are cool because you end up with really cool shit. Like, you end up with cool shit. You end up with cool shit. So if you want to see more, like, subscribe. I suppose I'll show you the results, and you know the drill. Thanks for watching.